Stronger technical forecast for Torchlight Energy Resources stock price after Friday trading. Updated on February 5, 2021, buy or hold candidate since November 18, 2020 gained 451.72%. The Torchlight Energy Resources stock price fell by -4.19% on the last day Friday, February 5, 2021, from $1.67 to $1.60 and has now fallen 4 days in a row. During the day the stock fluctuated 5.73% from a day low at $1.57 to a day high of $1.66. The price has fallen in 5 of the last 10 days and is down by -3.03% for this period. Volume fell on the last day along with the stock, which is actually a good sign as volume should follow the stock. On the last day, the trading volume fell by -695,000 shares and in total, 7 million shares were bought and sold for approximately $11.15 million. The stock lies in the middle of a very wide and strong rising trend in the short term and a further rise within the trend is signaled. Given the current short-term trend, the stock is expected to rise 327.28% during the next 3 months and, with a 90% probability, hold a price between $5.82 and $9.63 at the end of this 3-month period. Signals and forecast. The Torchlight Energy Resources stock holds a sell signal from the short-term moving average. At the same time, however, there is a buy signal from the long-term average. Since the short-term average is above the long-term average, there is a general buy signal in the stock giving a positive forecast for the stock. On further gains, the stock will meet resistance from the short-term moving average at approximately $1.69. On a fall, the stock will find some support from the long-term average at approximately $1.19. A breakup through the short-term average will send a buy signal, whereas a breakdown through the long-term average will send a sell signal. Some negative signals were issued as well, and these may have some influence on the near short-term development. A sell signal was issued from a pivot top point on Monday, January 25, 2021, and so far it has fallen -20.00%. Further fall is indicated until a new bottom pivot has been found. Furthermore, there is currently a sell signal from the 3 months moving average convergence divergence MACD. Volume fell together with the price during the last trading day, and this reduces the overall risk as volume should follow the price movements. Support, risk and stop loss. Torchlight Energy Resources finds support from accumulated volume at $1.57, and this level may hold a buying opportunity as an upwards reaction can be expected when the support is being tested. The stock may move very much during a day volatility, and with a very large prediction interval from the Bollinger Band, this stock is considered to be very high risk. During the last day, the stock moved 9 cents between high and low, or 5.73%. For the last week, the stock has had a daily average volatility of 8.98%. Our recommended stop loss, $1.51 -5.86%. The stock has very high daily movements and this gives very high risk. There is a sell signal from a pivot top found 9 days ago. Is Torchlight Energy Resources stock a buy? Several short-term signals, along with a general good trend, are positive, and we conclude that the current level may hold a buying opportunity as there is a fair chance for Torchlight Energy Resources stock to perform well in the short term. We have upgraded our analysis conclusion for this stock since the last evaluation from a hold accumulate to a buy candidate. Current score, 3.273. Predicted opening price for Torchlight Energy Resources of Monday, February 8, 2021. The predicted opening price is based on yesterday's movements between high, low, and the closing price. Fair opening price February 8, 2021. Current price $1.61. TRCH is overvalued compared to its price of $1.60 per share, has below average safety, and is currently rated a hold. Recommendation: Rec Hold REC reflects the cumulative effect of all the VectorVest parameters working together. These parameters are designed to help investors buy safe, undervalued stocks rising in price. Value: current price, $1.60. Current value, 14 cents. TRCH has a current value of 14 cents per share. Compared to a price of $1.60 per share, the stock is currently overvalued. Value is computed from forecasted earnings per share, forecasted earnings growth, profitability, interest, and inflation rates. Upside potential relative value RV. Very poor RV is an indicator of long-term price appreciation potential. TRCH has an RV of 0.11, which is very poor on a scale of 0.00 to 2.00. This indicator is far superior to a simple comparison of price and value because it is computed from an analysis of projected price appreciation 3 years out, AAA corporate bond rates, and risk. Safety. Relative safety RS. Poor RS is an indicator of risk. TRCH has an RS of 0.62, which is poor on a scale of 0.00 to 2.00. RS is computed from an analysis of the consistency and predictability of a company's financial performance, debt-to-equity ratio, sales volume, business longevity, price volatility and other factors. Timing. Relative timing RT. Good RT analyzes a stock's price trend. TRCH has a relative timing of 1.22, which is good on a scale of 0.00 to 2.00. RT is computed from an analysis of the direction, magnitude, and dynamics of a stock's price movements day over day, week over week, quarter over quarter and year over year. If a trend dissipates, RT will gravitate toward 1.00. Overall rating value. Safety. Timing VST. Poor VST is the master indicator for ranking every stock in the VectorVest database. TRCH has a VST rating of 0.83, which is poor on a scale of 0.00 to 2.00. VST is computed from the square root of a weighted sum of the squares of RV, RS, and RT. Stocks with the highest VST ratings have the best combinations of value, safety and timing. STOP. Stop price. Stop price, $1.05. Stop is an indicator of when to sell a position. TRCH has a stop of $1.05 per share. A stock's stop is computed from a 13-week moving average of its closing prices, and is fine-tuned according to the stock's fundamentals. CI Comfort Index. Fair CI is an indicator which reflects a stock's ability to resist severe and/or lengthy price declines. TRCH has a CI of 0.90, which is fair on a scale of 0.00 to 2.00. CI is based solely upon a stock's long-term price history. GRT earnings growth rate. GRT reflects a company's 1 to 3 year forecasted earnings growth rate in percent per year. TRCH has a forecasted earnings growth rate of -4.00%, which VectorVest considers to be very poor. EPS. Earnings per share. EPS stands for leading 12 months earnings per share. TRCH has a forecasted EPS of -0.06 per share. VectorVest determines this forecast from a combination of recent earnings performance and traditional fiscal and/or calendar year earnings forecasts. PE. Price to earnings ratio. PE shows the dollars required to buy $1 of earnings. TRCH has a PE of -26.67. The average PE of all the stocks in the VectorVest database is 68.26. EY. Earnings yield. EY reflects earnings per share as a percent of price. TRCH has an EY of -3.75%. This is below the current average of 1.47% for all the stocks in the VectorVest database. GPE. Growth to PE ratio. TRCH has a GPE rating of -0.15. A stock is commonly considered to be undervalued when GPE is greater than 1.00. DIV. Dividend. VectorVest reports annual, regular, cash dividends as indicated by the most recent payments. Special distributions, one-time payments, stock dividends, etc., are not generally included in DIV. TRCH does not pay a dividend. DY. Dividend yield. DY reflects dividend per share as a percent of price. TRCH does not pay a dividend, so it does not have a dividend yield rating. DY equals 100x DIV price. It is useful to compare DY with EY. If DY is not significantly lower than EY, the dividend payment may be in jeopardy. DS dividend safety. DS is an indicator of the assurance that regular cash dividends will be declared and paid at current or at higher rates for the foreseeable future. TRCH does not pay a dividend, so it does not have a dividend safety rating. Stocks with DS values above 75 typically have RS values well above 1.00 and EY levels that are much higher than DYDG. Dividend growth rate. Dividend growth is a forecasted annual growth rate of a company's dividend based on historical dividend payments and dividend predictability. It is a subtle yet important indicator of a company's financial performance. It also provides some insight into the board's outlook on the company's ability to increase earnings. TRCH does not pay a dividend, so it does not have a dividend growth rating. YSG Vector. YSG is an indicator which combines DY, DS and DG into a single value, and allows direct comparison of all dividend-paying stocks in the database. TRCH does not pay a dividend, so it does not have a YSG rating. Stocks with the highest YSG values have the best combinations of dividend yield, safety and growth. These are the stocks to buy for somewhat above current income and long-term growth. AVGVOL. AVGVOL is the 50-day moving average of daily volume as computed by VectorVest. TRCH has an AVGVOL of 9,754,305 shares traded per day. Percent vol. Percent vol reflects the percent change in today's trading volume as compared to the AVGVOL. Percent vol equals volume, AVGVOL/AVGVOL 100. TRCH had a percent vol of -28.55% on Friday, February 5, 2021. PRC, TRCH price changed -4.19% from the prior day's closing price. Sales, TRCH has annual sales of 0. Sales growth. Sales growth is the sales growth rate in percent over the last 12 months. TRCH has a sales growth of -13.00% per year. This is very poor. Sales per share. SPS. TRCH has annual sales of $0 per share. Price to sales ratio. PS. TRCH has a PS of 506.65. Shares. TRCH has 101 million shares of stock outstanding. Market capitalization. TRCH has a market capitalization of 162 million. Business sector. TRCH has been assigned to the petroleum business sector. VectorVest classifies stocks into over 200 industry groups and 40 business sectors. Industry group. TRCH has been assigned to the petroleum USEXP